What's going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and today we are checking out a hardware wallet from GoldShell. All right, so let's open up this box, and it's a pretty simple process. As you can see on the side here, there's a little tab here to pull, or a little ribbon or something. So all you gotta do is simply pull this out to the side. It is a nice boxing job, and then we got all of this interesting stuff right here. So here's the actual hardware wallet itself. So we're just gonna kind of bring this out. And here you can see there is their GoldShell hardware wallet. Now, also inside the box, underneath all that, it comes with a couple of these nice little sheets here. And these are actually wallet sheets to write down your seed phrase. Now, if you end up buying something like this online, used, whether it's a ledger or anything, and it has a seed phrase already written down, throw it in the garbage and do not use it, and restore from default and get your own, because that thing is 100% compromised. You should never come with a seed phrase already written. But these are nice little cards here to actually do this. So I like these. These are, pretty nice and sweet here. And underneath that, we do have our charger cable. So I'm actually going to plug this in for a few minutes. We can see it's USB-C to USB. And, it's a pretty simple process here. You just come in. On the bottom here, you can see there is where you would plug it in, and then plug this to either a USB to your wall outlet or to your PC, whatever does give it power, and that should charge it up. So I'm going to charge this up for a few minutes. That way it doesn't die on us. I'm not sure what the battery's at, but you should always charge everything before use. All right, so coming into the GoldShell website here, it does look like this wallet is released now and retailing for $249. Is that a decent price for safe crypto? That choice is up to you. So let's take a look at all the features it does have here. So air gapped, see it, sign it. Secure transactions without the need for internet. Upgrade effortlessly with an SD card, and complete QR code transactions in under 30 seconds. See it, sign it, say goodbye to insecurity. Your information is always safe on a secure island. Light secure, expose, erase, protect. So this is kind of interesting here. So pretty much it's saying it is tamper proof. So once the internal structure is exposed to light, all data is instantly cleared, preventing physical attacks, secure and worry free. As we know with early Trezor, Gen 1 and Gen 2, I believe, that people were, if they got their hands on them or stole them from somebody or something like that, they could actually crack them open and, I don't know, hot wire it somehow, solder it, short it out, do something internally, and they were able to extract your private keys by getting inside of it. In this case, if any light gets in there, you could obviously, it would be deleted. You don't have to worry. Now, if you dropped it accidentally and it cracked and light got in, it would be deleted as well. So obviously you'd have to get a new device at that point and restore it from the seed phrase. Triple secure and open source. That's major for some people, as they only purchase open source products here and they absolutely hate closed source. So storage, recover, trust your assets, your control with independent storage for fingerprints and 2 recovery seed phrase. Only you can access your assets, easily recover funds if your device is lost. Our open source software ensures transparency and trust. So clear sign, and obviously we have the GoldShell Wallet companion app here. So this is where you'd be checking all your crypto, doing your sends and things like that. And then you pretty much just verify it with the device. That's the purpose of the hardware wallet, and you don't have to worry about anything. Anybody steals your phone, hacks into it, you have zero worries about, because all your private keys are inside the device, and that's what you actually use to sign all your transactions. So that's a major thing right here between the two. Monitor account activity in real time for enhanced security, ensuring worry-free transactions as easy to use as your smartphone, reducing learning time and minimizing the risk of mistakes. Again, coming down here, what's inside the box, we kind of went through all that stuff already. So in a nutshell, this is the GoldShell wallet. Now let's see if this thing is charged up and get into it. All right, so it's been charging for about a half an hour. So it was at half battery. So it should come with some battery life, but I do recommend always charging everything up completely. I don't know if it's full yet, but let's actually have a look at this before we fire it up here. So coming into the side, we can see right here on the left-hand side, this is actually where you have your SD card to flash it and everything. Coming to look at the back side here, we can see the nice anesthetics here. We have the little camera and everything to scan QR codes. And then coming to the other side, this is where our power button and stuff is. So we're going to simply hit that power button just like so here. I'm going to hold it on. And this thing should be firing up. There we go. GoldShell turning on. And now we got to pick our language. So I'm going to go into English here. Now it's asking to add our wallet. So I'm going to create a new wallet here. Create new wallet. Continue. And now there is our seed phrase. So obviously I'm going to be blurring this thing out so that you guys can't see this or you guys will hack me. So, all right. So I did write that down on my little GoldShell paper there. So next up, we are going to continue. And now it's going to ask for verification. What is word one? So you're going to go through the step process. I'm going to go through this so you guys don't hack me and see where I'm pushing and stuff. And then from there, we're going to see our wallet addresses. All right, so now it says seed phrase imported. And if you lost your device or broke it or someone hacked into it and it got wiped, you just restore it and you get to the same point here. By restoring that seed phrase, that's how you have access again to all your coins. So now we're going to continue on. Now it says wallet naming. What am I going to name this wallet? So I guess I'll just name this Rabid or something here. So I'm going to hit the X all the way back. And now where's the shift? Is first one going to be capital? No, I guess maybe we can't. So I'm just going to go Rabid. It's kind of small there. There we go. Rabid. Hit the space there. Check mark. Pin settings. Set a 6 to 24 digit pin to protect your wallet. So now we got to set up a pin code, which again, I can't show you this. Okay, so I did set up my pin. Hopefully I never forget what it is, but now it's asking for fingerprint settings. So I'm going to continue here, and now it's going to ask me, put your finger on the sensor and lift after feeling a vibration. So I'm just going to put my thumb kind of right here. When I feel it vibrate, I will remove my thumb. So we'll see if it does do anything or how long it does take. Doesn't look like it's able to read me at the moment, or it just takes a long time, so I'm not sure what's happening. So nothing's happening. I'm just going to pick it up a little bit. Let's try it again. Are you reading? Are you reading this? Come on. It's not reading my finger. Let's do this. I'm going to go back now and try it again. There is a little bar underneath of it you can kind of see, but I don't see it starting to fill up at all. So I'm not sure what is going on. Can we put it anywhere? Maybe down here? Side? You have to be like perfectly straight. Let's try like this. Nope. No. It's not liking my fingerprint. Maybe I'll just put this finger on. Nope, it's not reading that one either. So I'm not sure what's going on with this situation. All right, so I just skipped the fingerprint because it didn't want to read it at all. I don't know what was going on there. So now we're going to continue here. And now you can see scan code to download the GoldShell wallet app. So I'll just search for that on the Google App Store here. And then I'm going to continue again. Start your journey, swipe left and right to set up and explore your wallet. So let's start here. Now you can see scan, sign transactions, signature data. Let's just see what we got here. Connect app, system, wallet, help. So let's just go into our wallet. What do we have here? So we got passphrases and stuff. Add wallet, system, language, display, all sorts of stuff. So brightness and stuff probably here. Connect app. So this is where scan this QR code with the software wallet app. So I guess we got to use our phone here and actually download the app here, and then they'll kind of link the two. But remember, in order to send any transactions or something, it's all done through this device, not the app. So anyone worried about any of your wallets and stuff on your phone, which is a very unsecured device, it doesn't matter because everything is happening from this device in terms of private keys. All right, so I downloaded the app and signed in with PIN code and stuff. And now I'm just going to come into here and we're going to have to scan this device right here with the phone. So I'm going to see if I can quickly try to do that here in front of the camera. I don't know. It's kind of difficult getting a little close there. I can't really see very well. So let's just see if we can get a scan happening. Come on, scan for me. Let's do this. All right, there we go. So I had to pick it up and put it in front, and you have to hold it there until you hit 100%. So we are scanned, and we are linked up here. We can see Rabid Wallet popped up in the top left corner there, and now we have all our crypto. So I guess I can just click on, say, Bitcoin for an example, receive, and then there is my Bitcoin wallet address to receive Bitcoin. So if you want to donate, copy this all down right now, word for word, letter for letter, big and small. Don't mess it up and send it to it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that because you're definitely going to mess it up. But there is all of our coins right there. Now, if we just go straight to receive, oh, and then we can pick our coins. We do have a lithium here. So this should support everything that GoldShell does support. So I don't know what all these other ones are. So if we click on a lithium, is this directly a lithium as mainnet? I can't really see if it's telling us if it's mainnet or not. As we know, with some wallets, they start off with a stupid chain instead of their main chain. And I always love the main chains. But here's all the basic ones we do have in here. Tron, Scroll, all sorts of coins I never heard of. But this, in a nutshell, is our GoldShell hardware wallet. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to add coins if you need something. Example, USDT is not here. So we're going to try to add that on the Ethereum network. As no one seems to be using Ethereum anymore, transaction fees are super cheap. So coming in here, you're going to go to the top and hit that plus symbol. And then we're just going to look for USDT on our phone. And now they all pop up. Here we can see Ethereum, we can see a Lithium USDT, we can see Base, BNB, all sorts of different USDT. So we're simply going to put the plus beside the one we want. And now we're going to go back, and it should show up in our list here. So now if I go USDT, there we go. You can see it popped right up, Ethereum, and there is our receiving address. Now, this is most likely the same address as your Ethereum one. So let's take a look here. Let's go BD5927. If I come back, and we're just going to get rid of this and just look up straight up Ethereum, we can see BD5927. It differs between the networks you use, but usually it's always the same wallet address anyway. So if someone does send you USDT and you forget you don't have it added or something yet and you sent it to your Ethereum address, once you do add it, your coins should show up there. It's the same thing with the majority of wallets, as those are coins built onto it, and they just use your main address, and then inside the wallet it kind of tells it what type of coin or token it is on that Ethereum wallet address. Now, from this point, you can also go through the list in the same part. So I'll just go back to the start here. Go to the plus if you want to remove any networks. And then you can get rid of all the kind of scam chains or centralized chains and all the crap that they have in here that you don't want and will never use. So obviously, it's an easy way. You just come into it and hit the minus sign beside it. Like POL, don't know what that is, don't really care, get rid of it, see you later. We no longer have that coin there. And then all these other ones. I'll clean this up and eventually here, but right now, basic how-to on how to add coins, remove coins, and setup process. All right, so I did send myself about 200 Kaspa here, and I'm going to try to send some back to my Tangent wallet. So I'm going to come into my Kaspa here, click on that. We are going to go to send, and then I'm going to long press to paste my address in. Paste. There we go. So there is my Kaspa address. I can hit all, and now I'm simply going to do this. Address is invalid. So why is it saying my Kaspa address is invalid when that's absolutely not the case? All right, so now I'm going to try sending to my exchange wallet address, which I do use MEXC for. So I'm going to see if that wallet address will work here. Paste it in. Okay, so it isn't saying invalid address. So that's weird that it's working for the exchange MEXC. Now, if we come into here and go to send, and we actually go to the help, we can see here, all you got to do is use your GoldShell hardware wallet to scan the QR code displayed in the next step. That's the next step. Then follow the instructions on the hardware wallet and complete the signature by using the app to scan the QR code display on the hardware wallet. Coming in here, remember, this is with no practice at all. We're trying to figure out how this thing works here. And so far, it's kind of being a pain. But again, more security, double scanning, might be a good thing. So let's try this. 50. Done. We're going to go next step here. Next step. All right, confirm. We're going to have to sign in because it just turned off right now, which you can change the settings on how often you want this turn off, how fast, whether you want to lock or just be the screen and so on. A lot of stuff in there which we'll look at. But now let's just log back in here. All right, so now I am going to scan this transaction for the third time, or this QR code here. It is done. Confirm. Enter my password here. That is done. So now let's scan QR code. We'll click at the bottom and try this and see what happens. Maybe this is the final step that we did have to do. So we'll see if we get anything going on here. All right, so we do have a message now here saying broadcast confirmation. Once you make the broadcast, cannot recall. So we're going to confirm that. And now we got the little hand there. Now it looks like everything went through like it should. So I'm just going to move this off to the side so you guys don't try scanning that. And now it's looking like we sent that 50. So yeah, To figure it out here, you have to scan this one first into the phone and then the phone into the wallet, and then it gives you the confirmation to broadcast your transaction. So that is how you send coins with this GoldShell hardware wallet. All right, so I mentioned earlier about the screen settings and stuff. So here we can see we have our battery life. We have an alert light, which is this top right light right here and stuff. We got a vibration if you want that. Here is your lock mode if you want it to auto lock in 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, and then automatically shut off in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or never. And then at the bottom is like a slider for your screen brightness and stuff that you want here. And to move the changes here, all you got to do is simply swipe this way. This is where you would scan or get your record. So this should show us the transaction we just signed. So Kaspa, there's our previous transaction that we did do. And then over to the right here, you have all your other various stuff, your system information, wallet information. You can make a second wallet in here as well and get a new set of private keys, and then use wallet 1, wallet 2, and all sorts of good stuff here. Obviously, you have a help, connect your app. That's just scan your QR code and everything, and then you got your about. So, overall, it was a little bit of a learning curve with the double signature, but that's probably just a standard, as this is the first air-gapped wallet that I really actually tried and used. So we'll see what happens, as there are a bunch more out there, but I am actually liking this wallet after you get through that slight little learning curve. All right, guys, so that pretty much does wrap up this video. This is GoldShell's latest product. They have a hardware wallet now. Now, this is a pretty good hardware wallet here. I do imagine, where it's not detecting all Kaspa addresses, could be a simple fix with some new firmware to come into the future, or maybe it's already released. I am going to have to check up on that. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Small learning curve, depending if you're used to the double signature or not. So once you do use this thing properly, it does sign and send coins, as it should, fairly fast and easily once you do the proper steps here. So overall, let me know what you think about GoldShell's latest hardware wallet. I will have a link down in the description if you are looking for any GoldShell products. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.